everybody, I am back with another Motivational Monday. So we're gonna get right into it because this video, I feel like it's gonna be lit. It's just me, I don't know. But anyway, you already read the description, you already read the little thumbnail. So it's simply about leaning not into your own understanding and acknowledging God's voice and when he's speaking to you. Proverbs 3, 5, and 6 simply says, "Trust in the Lord with all thine heart and lean not into your own understanding. In all your ways, in everything that you do, acknowledge him and he will direct your path." So I was going to just do a part of this, but I feel like I'm just going to do all of it since I've experienced it, and I'm just going to get that out there. I wanted to, I guess in a way, be someone who like prophesies to people and says what the Holy Ghost says to tell that person. But then I looked more into it and I realized if you do that, the Holy Ghost is going to make you speak to whoever he wants you to speak to. And even if it's somebody that you're not on good terms with, he will still make you do it. So if you want to do that, you have to be willing to speak to anybody, whether they like you, whether they don't like you. He's going to make you speak to whoever it is. So I was going to do my video on Saturday and I was like, no, I'll do it on Sunday. Sunday, let me tell you, yesterday the Holy Ghost hit me twice. I was like, oh, I never felt like this before. An example of that is I'm up there and I'm singing. So I sing praise and worship and I'm up there and the pastor, which is my dad, calls somebody out. And not to say that we're not on good terms, but it's just like we weren't seeing eye to eye at the moment. We'll just say that. So he calls her up and he prays over her and tells her to come back, do what you're supposed to do, just come back to church. You're not alone in this. We still love you regardless. And I'm up there and I'm going like this. And I'm like, okay, is the Holy Ghost talking to me or is it me talking? I heard the Holy Ghost simply say, go down there and give her a hug. I said, the Holy Ghost, he's talking. This Holy Ghost hit me. He said to me, do you want to be disobedient? I said, quickly no. Got my butt up, walked down there, gave her a hug, and that was that. Next, the next one literally broke me down. There is a girl that is at my church and we have this lit program for the youth. She recently lost her best friend to suicide, and I just spoke on that a couple weeks ago and it hit me when we were up there. I don't know how to explain it, but like when the Holy Ghost has you hone in on somebody, to me it's like a target. It's like it's aiming at that one person, and as soon as you find them, it's like right there on them. Like how y'all play GTA and you just find your target and just shoot. It's like that. I'm looking for her. I'm like, where is she? Where is she? And the Holy Ghost zooms me in right there on her. And I'm like, okay, this is not for a reason. This is not me doing this because I wouldn't think anything like this. Yes, I wanted to pray for her, but I'm not going to do that in service when I don't have the experience to do that. So when I look at her, I'm like, okay, when is the correct time to actually do this? Now, meanwhile, I'm learning. I do not know when to go down there. I didn't say anything to my pastor at this time. While I'm up there, I'm looking at her like I'm focused on her. He turns around to me and says, who is it? That's when I know. I'm like, okay, God, I know that you're speaking to me. This is not me. I tell the pastor the girl's name, I go down there and I pray for her. And it's simply, I don't know, it's a good feeling at the time, but after it's over, I do not know how preachers are prophesying to a whole bunch of people because I only pray for 2 or 3 people and I was tired. When I tell you I was drained for 2.5, 3 hours. If there's anybody out there that wants to prophesy, that wants to be able to speak over somebody's life under the unction of the Holy Ghost, you can have that ability, but you simply have to understand that you can't always think on your thoughts, because if you're thinking on your own thoughts, then that will cause disobedience. Like the Holy Ghost told me yesterday, you don't want to be disobedient. I surely said no and did what I was supposed to do, because I'm not about to leave and then the Holy Ghost dealing with me. I told you, you should have went to go give that girl a hug. I told you, you should have went to go pray for that girl. So that to me is an example of listening to God's voice and not leaning into your own understanding, because you have to be an instrument for these people. If the Holy Ghost is speaking, it will come in connection. The person will come into contact with you and they will understand that you're not doing anything to hurt them. It's beneficial. And when I did that both times, I'm like, okay, I know it was the Holy Ghost because I wasn't himself. And their spirit confided in my spirit. So that's how I knew I was on one accord with the Holy Ghost. That's just 2 examples that I had happen to me yesterday, and I just wanted to motivate anybody that if you're struggling to listen to God's voice, get into your little secret place. Whatever you have to do, get into that place so that you can pray, that you can clearly hear him without any distractions. You never know, he might want to wake you up and talk to you, because that happened to me. He woke me up at 3:30 and I said, Lord, what are you doing? 3:30 in the morning and I gotta go to work? He's like, I want to talk to you. So if you desire to speak to God, he will make a time for you, and you have to be willing to set time aside to listen to him so that you can learn his voice and not lean into your own understanding. That is the motivation for today. Stay tuned for some more videos, because I do want to do a giveaway again, and I don't know when that's going to be. I kind of want to do it next month. I was going to do like another little video on what it should be. So stay tuned for that. I am going to be doing a giveaway next month. All right, I'll have another video for it so that everybody knows what is expected of them and how you can win. But yeah, just be encouraged, stay encouraged, do what you got to do, listen to God's voice. Do not listen to your own voice, because your own voice will get you in trouble, and you're not trying to be in trouble or disobedient. You want all the benefits that God has for you, but you have to be obedient to his spirit. If you like this video, of course, you can give it a thumbs up. And if you want to subscribe, you can subscribe. It's up to you. At this point, I'm not worried about subscribers. I just know that there are a handful of people that are listening and watching me. So I appreciate those that actually get something from me. I'm not going to stop. The devil might try to throw me off track with how many subscribers I have or how many views I have. I'm not doing that. I'm not looking at it. I don't care anymore. I just want to help whoever that handful of people is. I just want to help them. So subscribe to the channel, and I will be back this week so you can know how you can win a monetary gift.